Hey everybody, welcome to Satisfactory. Okay, so I've said it on a couple previous videos. I had to go travel. I had to leave town, and I took my laptop with me, and it's not capable of recording. I'm about to piss off a couple of people. I hope I don't make too many people mad, but I worked on my factory. And I didn't just work a little bit on my factory. I worked a lot on my factory. Most of the creation stuff, like, I left that kind of alone so that when I'm building stuff, you'll still get the gist of me building stuff. There's a couple of things that I've done, but yeah, this whole section's all new. Okay. I don't think I'll lose viewers over this, but I hope you understand. Like, I had my laptop with me. I love this game, so I played it. I put in a train station down here, and not just one train station. Yeah, where to start, eh? So this part here goes up to my builder train, okay, that you saw just as I was basically logging in. This is still the second level. You'll notice that I got the lights turned back on. So this builder train, well, basically I don't have the inventory mod, so that's all I'm working with. So I, of course, take a builder train with me. And it has in it, it's not really all that loaded right now, but it has in it all of the parts and pieces that I need for my mall. And the rail comes in and goes out, and it's got a lot of cars to it. So that got installed. I already had plans for this right from the beginning. Most of the syncing is turned back on again, in which case the factory is about, I want to say, 50% running. As far as, you know, whether things are running through belts and whatnot, or whether things are going on, I want to say it's about 50%. There is a bunch of work I need to do yet. So I have trains coming in, bringing me oil. This one is oil and coal from lands far away. I have more trains planned at this station, which is not in right now. The track goes from top to bottom. The builder train has its own line, its own private little line. And then up top here would be bauxite and crystal is coming in from here. So that means I went out in the world and I went and got bauxite. And that's quite the train. Some of my trains are 2-engine, and some are 3-engine, depending upon how many cars they have behind them. That one happens to be 3-engine, 6 cars. I don't think I need the 3rd engine, but yeah. I have tracks running up top, communication towers, or which one call it? Not communicate, satellite towers. So I've now adventured. Me and Deathus, one of the previous shows, me and Deathus ran off and we did all of the hard drives on the map. And my MAM is now finished. I have all of the recipes. So the way I do trains is more of a freeform rather than, let's say, making a consistent platform and then traveling on that platform. I've done that before. It's a doable system. It works. This time around, I want it to be a little more freeform. And so what I did was I built pillars, whether they be single or doubles, in the blueprint maker. And so I just bring up the blueprint and I put in a tower. And then I put in a tower and I put in, and they can be varying lengths and whatnot. It's a little freer. Then I have these 4-way stations, which come with travel tube, 4 track lines, power, the ability to zip line between stations. before I get... and you'll notice I don't have the... which one call it up? The tube travel. I don't have that up yet. So each one of these stations comes with some lights. I just made it look pretty. I now have trains running top and bottom. And then you can peel off a line whenever you need to from this system. And like I said, it's pretty free. It gets a little cramped in a few places, like this one. I did not plan this one properly, I don't think. I think I could have done a lot better. This is just oil and... which one called on the far side here? Iron. So I think coal is in the front. And then two oil, and then iron ore at the back, just to keep up iron ore. But the train track goes on forever down the valley, and it's fairly, I don't want to say easy to build. I think it's a lot harder than just building one solid platform, but I always hated building the platforms because then I got to put curves and turns and nothing is straight in this game. So I wanted to try this. I don't know. Hey, leave me comments down below as to whether you're like totally ticked at me for building a whole bunch of stuff that I never recorded. And no, I didn't. I was playing on my laptop. So yeah, it didn't get done. So, sorry, but hey, I was gone for 2.5 months, 3 months, and hey, and then yeah, well, anyway, from there, yeah, wife's just getting home from work. I'm gonna take off and just show you a couple of the new things that I've done. I really like how they did this northern. This northern part. This used to be kind of dead up here. And so when I have the opportunity, and there's a lot of oil up in here. Friend of the channel, Deathless, and I mean, I've played lots with him. He did his power a certain way. Let's get rid of that. When he did it, he used an alternate recipe. And I liked I liked how it worked. And so I took a little bit of pen and paper and I did a little bit of math. I really like the look down here, waterfalls and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I made my track go through here, of course. I believe I have monsters turned to passive right now because I just got tired of messing with them. Yeah. With the amount of stuff I have on this, because I'm running a server for this, and cat's going nuts because the wife is home. I don't know that you can hear that in the background. So I put in a fuel depot here, where I made turbo fuel. I have to bring in sulfur and coal, so that's what this train is for. It's a 6-car, I believe 3 engine. And all it does is just bring in sulfur and coal. I store it and turn it into, which one call it coal? This stuff here, right? Into compacted coal. And then that makes turbo fuel. So this is kind of a little bit how this works. And this is the yeah. Ran out of juice. This place is huge, everybody. This is a monster. This was a very, very big build. I had a lot of fun doing it. Deathus actually came on one day and helped me with some of the piping, which is why some of the piping's not all colored, because he was dumping pipes together for me. Yeah, this is immense. I don't remember my math, everybody. I believe it's 88 per string. So 44 or 20. 22 in a line, right? Okay, so 22 long, and then there's so 44 to a. The math is all it works, anyway. So as much turbo fuel as I'm making, and then it's 44.88 per pipe, because it can handle 2. And then the next one handles 2 and 88 and 88 and 88. So whatever 3 times 88 is. Let me do it quick. I don't know where my paper is. 3 times 8, there's 264 fuel generators in here, creating so much power. It's not really an issue anymore. Well, my production is 38,000, and I mean I was fighting with power before. My consumption's only 10,000, so I have like 1/4 of what I can. Yeah, and then battery juice, I got 47,000. I don't remember what it. You have to have the power turn off, so it'll tell you how long it'll last. But let me show you real quick how I did this. So compacted coal comes in, and you're going to need that. Okay, I'm just about out of power. There we go. Okay, so I color coded it so I could go through this pretty quickly. This is all supplied. Let me go find. Let me go. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, come on, get up there. Okay. Let's get over here. There we go. So these 2 oil lines are my input. Okay. Pure. Fully overclocked pure. Okay, which means it's running at 600. That comes in and it fills 2 storage, just to, keep the storage up. And then, as you can see, that top one's not connected. That means I'm running this entire facility off of 1 oil. Yes, 1 pure oil node. This entire thing is run off 1 pure oil node. So anyways, the first thing you do is you turn the oil into heavy oil residue and polymer resin. Okay. Pink lines, heavy oil residue coming down. That gets stored. Okay. The residue gets crunched. Basically, you just, that's it. Because I got no purpose. I don't want it to back up. I don't want any problems. I don't want any issues. So sink it. The heavy oil residue, you'll notice I have some connector pipes, connects to a storage facility, double tall. Now, what I did was I used gravity on my side for a lot of this. So what I do is I pump it up to the top one, and then gravity feeds it to the bottom one and then pumps it out, and that keeps a lot of the lines full. Then you got to pump in water, in which case I have a huge, come on. This is why I built it over here, because you need a lot of water for this. And there it is. Okay. So that's all the water that's needed. That's it. Just 1 string. Yeah, it's, what is it here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, what, 24? Like I said, my pad is somewhere. I had this all figured out when I was building it. So anyways, that goes in from the oil into heavy oil residue and into coal into a blender. That blender takes the heavy oil residue and water and turns it into fuel. Okay, 5 and 10 makes 10. Do your math, add enough blenders. Then you have fuel. Okay, great, fantastic. That's where the compacted coal comes in. You take the fuel, the compacted coal, you shove it into a refinery, and you get fuel. Okay, 6 cubic meters of fuel. 4 compacted coal gives you 5 cubic meters of turbo fuel, 18.75 per minute. Okay, that turbo fuel goes, same thing, down. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Good jump. Good jump. Okay, that goes down. There's 3 strings of these refineries in a row. Okay. And all the fuel comes into here. All the turbo fuel. And I mean, I think the bottom one's doing okay. Yeah, the bottom one's okay. Okay. One of these is doing really well. I think it's the last one. Yeah, the last one's doing really. It had more time to fill. I'm not absolutely sure. And then that feeds the juggernaut. That feeds the turbo fuel. Or the fuel generator facility. Which, like I said, is 264 generators. And they're all running. Everything's copacetic and working, and yeah. sulfur and coal comes in and gets put into which one call it's here. And like I said, this makes use of a few of the alternate recipes. So 5 coal, 5 sulfur equals 5 compacted coal. I'm able to supply this with the train that I bring in. Sulfur coal. And that's coming from here, this end. These are going to change in the new update. So a lot of this, what I'm doing, is going to change in the new update. But I just made a station down here that has the coal train coming. And that train hits this station. It unloads the coal. I put it through evener system like I do everything. After storing some of it, of course. And that's it. That's a hell of a lot of power. 264 of these, and I believe they make, I can't remember the number, 14? What do these make again? 150 megawatts. So 264 times 150, we're looking at 39,600. That's enough for me. Yeah, don't need any more. I'm good. It's good. Okay, and here comes my train. That one leads, that was just a way to get my, whatchamacallit in here. That rail in the background there going up the hill, that was just a way to get my, builder train in here. That's not an active line. I could, but I don't need it because this is the only train that's coming in and out. I decided to make this fairly near. I mean, I'm saying fairly. When this is done docking, we'll take a little train ride here. Oh, I forgot to get my whatchamacallit cup out. Oh, bad me. I had a lot of fun. My laptop doesn't run this really, really well. Which I think is why I had a lot of the piping problems that I had. I had some pretty serious piping problems. I got to thank Deathus for coming in and helping me out with that, because I think a lot of my building didn't stick very well in here. It just didn't. And then I run heavy power lines out of here, of course. I had plans on making 2 of these if needed. These are the 2 nodes right here. One pier is right there. The next pier is down the road here. That's it, guys. That's it. I only used 2 pier. And one runs that in. I didn't mix them. There's no evening going on, no nothing. Okay, it's 1 pure node is all that stuff. And it's just slightly less than the oil that it produces. Fully overclocked, by the way. Okay. And you'll notice, I don't know that you see this on the video, I'm getting some lag on this server when I jump between the different territories. When I jump between the different territories, I get quite a bit of lag. I'm not absolutely sure that my one big, huge base was a good idea. I might be running too much stuff in it because, like I said, I'm starting to get, and this is being run on a dedicated server. Okay, so I mean, yeah, you're not really supposed to be running early access games on dedicated servers. Yeah, I get you, but it's not. Whatchamacallit? It's too early in the morning. Just getting up, everybody. It's not beta. Like, I didn't do the beta branch. I didn't do all the, the early stuff. But I am running early access, of course. Standard. I do standard stations. I do believe that sulfur and the coal is going to disappear in the next update. Like, the coal's coming, just you'll see it right off in the left-hand side of the screen there. Right? Yeah. I do like this train system, though. Leave me comments. Let me know. Do you like like I said, I did one solid platform, and then I had to make like turns. You know what I mean? And you got to do your platforms. And I mean, I know how to make turns and round buildings and go around corners and whatnot. I know how to do all that, but I threw together, like, I'm trying to show you the bases here. I threw together some blueprints, and I just slapped down the blueprint, connect the rail. Like Bob's your uncle, it's really not a big deal for me to run trains this way. They're not completely flat, but they're fairly flat. They're fairly decent. Pretty easy to get between the stations. And I don't have a lot of train clogging because I have 2 in, 2 out. 4 rails, but 2 in, 2 out. So, I mean, I can run multiple trains on one, and I do. But I just find, you know, if you got multiple levels, if you got multiple rails, such as this is going to take off and go underneath. I don't have any of my hypertubes connected, or very few of them. That's something I really need to get on. I watched a video. I'll before I hook up my hypertubes, I'm gonna quote this guy. I'm gonna give credit where it's due. He built a system using the switch to move around your base, like move around your build, and you just basically plug in where you want to go, and then you jump in a tube, and it takes you there. In the past, I've always done, at like I'm coming up to my my other oil, iron ore loading station here. I would have to make a break in the hypertube section. Like I got that part hooked up. They don't look really good though. Like I'd like to be able to have like a noodle for it that actually works really well, or have it contour to the tracks or something. That'd be nice. But neither here nor there. That's the whole thing about, I think in one of my previous builds, I built like a solid, highway, if you want to call it that. And I didn't mess around with these, different levels and different heights and all the rest of that fun stuff. I didn't mess with any of this stuff. I'm gonna run out of juice here. Like everything was one level, everything ran down, a major whatever highway. What else can you call it? It's a bunch of foundations. They all run in line. Other people do it. And it's very neat, very clean, very, very nice look. No arguments whatsoever. Very nice look. Not too sure how much of this got built. This was the original power station. I'm going to gut this and do a little bit more in like the plastics and rubber department for what I need in this place. And then, as you can see by my milestone up there, aluminum's next, which is going to be up here, which is why this used to be open. I covered it and then built a logistics level for it. And then the trains run right underneath. So, that catches you up on what I've done. I really, really, really tried to not build anything while I was off taking a break. Like, I really tried to not have anything built in here. And I think I did pretty good. Like, I didn't build any industry that I can't remember anyway. I think I put in a couple buildings here and there. But for the most part, I left all the industry in here alone, and I just built the power station because it was much needed. I had no power. But anyways, this is a really short one. I just wanted to catch you up. And if you hate me, well, hey, go ahead, leave a comment. Because I know I built a whole bunch without you. Putting in the train systems. I can show my blueprints. If you really want to know. I know somebody was going along with me brick by brick, and he wasn't too impressed. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you in the next one.